I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all-the-time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix, everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Superman issue number 23. A dark force has come to Hamilton County, and the people are not what they seem. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop on in together and find out, shall we? So, picking up from where the last issue left off, Lois Lane is still at the mercy of Cobb, the evil milkman who is seemingly involved in this conspiracy against her and her family. Lois is a real deal tough broad and doesn't go down without a fight, using the last of the energy in the Hellbat gauntlet to blast Cobb, and yet he still does not go down. Whatever he is, he's certainly not human. Now, Superman had found where a bunch of people had been being held underground in a bunch of alien-esque tubes, but when he hears Lois is in danger, he comes rushing back to duke it out with the Milkman. Also, Milkman is not his official name or anything, but if I have to give Cobb a supervillain name, I totally want to call him the Milkman. The truly creepy thing about Cobb, indeed everyone in the town we've seen so far, is they don't really seem all that bad. They keep saying how they love Jonathan, how they want to protect him, and how this is the only way they can do it. Eventually, Superman gets pretty fed up and just ties Cobb up with some girders because unfortunately he's needed in the city. You'll remember how Hamilton County seemingly has a real giant monster problem as of recently. Yeah, apparently they're just pouring in from somewhere. Superman's not alone in fighting them, however. When he returns to the center of town, he sees that there's a bunch of costumed, superpowered individuals, almost alien-looking people, duking it out with the monsters. These, as we find out, are actually the true forms of all the townspeople. We see Lois's boss from the paper, the doctor, the teacher, all of them with amazing powers battling the monster threat. And what do they call themselves? Well, the Super Elite, of course. Now, the Elite is already the name of a group of Superman villains who thought themselves heroes who fought crime with zero tolerance and weren't above killing people. This revelation actually makes a lot of sense when we consider a couple issues back the townsfolk were totally cheering on young Jonathan for killing that giant octopus while his dad chastised him about it. The chaos in the town square only gets worse and worse. A piece of shrapnel ends up hitting Lois in the leg and seemingly severing it completely. Yikes, that is a nasty, nasty injury to befall just a regular, everyday, normal person in comic book world. Lois isn't worried about herself, however. She just wants Superman to cauterize the wound with his heat vision so he can get back to work finding their son from whoever has taken him. And speaking of the son, this is where things get really creepy. You see, the mastermind behind the Super Elite has hooked up young Jonathan to an H.R. Geiger chair and is forcing him all Clockwork Orange style to watch everything that's happening in the city. All the while being a devil on Jonathan's shoulder, running down his father and his tactics, saying how he's not fit to be Superman, not fit to save the world when he can't make the hard life or death decisions. It should come as no surprise then when it's ultimately revealed that this mystery villain pulling all the strings in Hamilton County turns out to be Manchester Black, psychic Brit and all-round thorn in Superman's side. That being said, he's undergone a bit of a redesign here. He looks a couple years older, his Union Jack is now a belt buckle, not his whole shirt, and he seems to have lost his purple hair and piercings. Oh well, I guess we all gotta grow up sometime. So that was Superman number 23, and it continues to be one hell of an issue in one hell of an arc in one hell of a series. I love the return of Manchester Black and the Elite. I thought they were such great underutilized villains and so perfect to battle Superman, a hero who's all about being so moral and upright. The bad guys have a history of failing to bring Superman down to their level, but now they have this whole elaborate scheme to try and manipulate their son into going to the dark side. It's compelling, damn near Shakespearean stuff, and it comes complete with a bunch of awesome action scenes of Superman fighting giant monsters. I don't really know what else to ask for, and I don't really know what else to say besides it's really, really good. I would give it an 8.5 out of 10, and I can't wait to see how it all shakes out in the end. So there you have it, everyone. Superman on the books. I hope you enjoyed it, and while I have your attention, why not check out some of the other big videos that came out on the channel this week. You want to stay up to date on everything I'm doing on the channel? Of course you do. There's no better way to do that than to follow me on Twitter at CapeJoel. And before you go, if you like this book, want to catch up on it in trade, or indeed any comic in trade, might I recommend using bookdepository.uk. It's my favorite place for getting cheap trades, and if you use my link down in the description, not only will you get a great deal on comics, but a small percentage of every sale will go to support me and the channel. So you win, I win, everybody wins, I tell you. And until next time, this has been Cape Joel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye-bye.